What's up, Wolves? Your boys, and we're back at it. We're doing Starfield with the Watchtower DLC. Let's get right into it. And also, this is being sponsored by Debbie.
You will submit to processing. It doesn't matter who we are. You've been flagged as a threat to others and yourself. You will submit. Please, don't make this harder than it has to be. We all line one. Prep for incapacitation.
Oh! Shit! They knocked the fuck out of me. Damn!
I've launched the comm beacon. By the time we arrive at Handel Station, they should be prepped for containment. Although,
Figure up and capture y'all.
take extra precautions. I've never heard of a detainee needing 2 neural blasts. It happens. Never witnessed it myself, though. We stumbled across an interesting catch, that's for sure. Might even bag us some promotions. Regardless, I'll start getting them ready for it. Ah, damn it. Another ship is jumping in. We're being boarded.
Oh, okay. Damn! Hey, we're gonna come save me. I've been captured. Never mind, this and Freya she'll murder everybody.
Huh. Hair's a little shorter, I think. I don't know, hard to tell. But I'm fairly sure you're you. And it looks like I found you not a moment too late. Pins and needles all over, am I right? Yeah. Nasty thing, that beam of theirs. First blast disables your ship, second disables anyone on board. Ah, yeah, you're welcome. I think. Huh, that was almost coherent. You should be knee-deep in drool, barely able to remember which shoe goes on which foot. I'm actually impressed. But you'll have to give it a little more time before you can actually talk again, and be able to move more than just your head. Uh-huh, you don't say. Well, I'd love to continue this enthralling dialogue we've got going on, catch up on old times, but clock's ticking, so listen carefully. These guys who attacked you, it wasn't by accident. And if I hadn't intervened, you'd be on your way to a max security prison right now. These guys, they will come for you again, and right now there's precious little you could do to stop them. Listen, there'll be enemy reinforcements here at any moment, so I'm gonna use my ship to lure them away. Give them something else to chase for a while. Once you can walk again, come find me at these coordinates. I'll do everything I can to keep you safe. You have my word on that. Now, let's get you out of this, and back to your ship.
So this what they had me in? That's crazy. Oh, this guy.
Your vessel is authorized to dock. Please begin approach.
Oh, there go the dock option right there. What up, Moon? I don't know. You had to ask War Guy whenever you get back. Also, why does it sound like you one of the characters from Starfield? Say, why does it sound like you in the actual game of Starfield? Like you sound like one of them characters. Yeah, the way it sound like you're in one of the game. I mean, like, hold on. It sounds like you're in the game that I'm playing. Maybe it's your mic. I don't know. Go to settings. Pause this for a second. Okay. Oh well. That's better, so they can actually hear y'all.
Hello. May I be of assistance? Designation, some guy, unknown. All current station residents located in recreation area.
Ah, and there he is. Welcome to Stardock Alpha, my current home away from home. Glad you found your way here.
Bait.
My name is Torin. We can get more into who I am later. I promise. I imagine you have a lot of questions, and I do have answers for you. But first, we need to talk about the people who attacked you. The group that attacked you, they're called Watchtower. I'm not surprised if you've never heard of them. To say they're clandestine would be an understatement. From what I've gathered, it seems they've made it their life's work to hunt down and confine individuals they consider dangerous. Individuals like you. And me. Why, indeed? What makes you so special? What sets you apart from almost everyone else in the universe? I mean, there's gotta be something. Otherwise, Watchtower wouldn't have taken an interest. They sure are. I've had more than a few run-ins with good old Watchtower. Most encounters have not gone well. I think I first got their attention after I dealt with a particularly nasty group of pirates. Since then, I've done my best to keep my head down, but it doesn't matter. Sooner or later, they always seem to catch up to you. Don't keep me in suspense. Let's hear it. Well, I suppose that answers that. These abilities of yours. I'd be interested in learning more about them. But that's something we can talk about later. What can you say about a secretive galaxy-wide organization? I don't know. I can offer some information, but a lot of this will be conjecture.
Hello.
Given how well they hide themselves,
Finally in that master rank on
it
here.
stands to reason Watchtower
Master
has
rank?
infiltrated the major governments. Maybe the larger corporations.
On
what-
rise.
And their technology.
Are they doing
I don't know if
updates
they
for that
created it
still?
themselves, but they have us cutting
Kind of.
edge and dangerous. Oh, and the most important thing. If Watchtower gets their
Still
hands on
fun to
someone,
play.
chances are you'll never see that person again. I'm glad you think so. But unfortunately for now, that's where the good news ends. Let me explain. When Watchtower came for you, I'm sure their method of capture didn't escape your notice. For people like us, Watchtower like to employ a particular device, a kind of energy weapon. The first blast disables your ship, the second disables you. Or at least, it's meant to. But you... you took that second burst and just kept on going, didn't you? Took a third to bring you down. Maybe now you're starting to get a picture on why Watchtower might be scared of you? Huh? You'd think so, wouldn't you? But scared or not, they know if they hit you enough times, even the most hardy succumb to their weapon. Now, I'm a little sparse on the details, but I do know they call this weapon the Synapse Disruptor, which seems an apt name if you ask me. Oh, and here's the worst part. There's no foolproof counter to the Disruptor. None at all. Believe me, I've looked. I've tried. There's nothing. Well, glad you're staying optimistic. All right, let me backtrack and rephrase things. There is no technological counter to this weapon. No magic shields or special kind of hull plating. But this brings me to why I made contact. I have devised a strategy that would keep you and me safe from Watchtower's impromptu abductions.
What's
But
the strategy,
catch is,
pal?
it's not something I can do alone. And it's gonna take effort. I'm gonna need your help on this. And you're gonna need mine. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Kinda wish I knew myself. Because however they found you, it's likely the same way they keep finding me. All I know is that you'll be minding your own business, then without warning, in jump a whole bunch of Watchtower ships. And they're not aiming to kill you, they're trying to capture you. And believe me, you do
BBC
not
journalist
want
brought
to
on
be
this
captured
carpet.
by them.
And the carpet.
Well, that one, I can answer. You see, I was already on the lookout for you. I knew Watchtower would be searching for you, and I also knew they'd probably find you before I did. So I kept an eye on Watchtower comm lines, waited to see if any patrols reported spotting you, or worse, capturing you. Which they did, and since they launched a comm beacon, I was able to intercept that, and then follow its trail back to where you were, just in time to save your ass. Which, by the way, you are most welcome for.
Against the prison.
Huh. That's a fair question. I'm trying to think of how to answer without worrying you too much. Okay, a while back, I got my hands on a Watchtower database. Your name showed up a lot. Most of the information was encrypted, but there seemed to be a lot of it. I couldn't tell you why, but Watchtower has been keeping tabs on you for some time. Oh man, you do not want to know. Well, actually, you do. I mean, you did just ask. Okay, how do I say this? Everyone has potential, though most never quite reach it. If Watchtower captures you, it's not just your freedom they take. They steal from you your full potential. I think you know what I'm talking about. I can see it in your eyes. There's something about you. You're at the start of a great journey. Watchtower would take that away from you. That's why you need to avoid them. Huh. I mean, I'm no expert, but it does seem like an incredibly sophisticated weapon. Definitely more powerful than a common variety stunner. Never ran across anything like it. Say what you like about Watchtower, but they've got some damn fancy tech at their disposal. As best as I can tell, the disruptor can't knock you out if your ship still has power, which is likely why its first shot disables your ship's systems. It's fairly simple, really. Maybe you already noticed, but Watchtower's disruptor, it takes a while to charge between bursts. And as long as your ship has power, it needs to hit you at least twice in order to incapacitate. Now, if you're flying about all by your lonesome, it's not too difficult for Watchtower to blast you as many times as you need. But what if you weren't by yourself? What if you had the support of other ships? In a nutshell, here's my strategy. You don't fly alone anymore. Instead, you get some buddies. You get more ships. You get a fleet. Then, even if Watchtower track you down and get a shot in with their disruptor, with other ships there to cover you, they'd never get a second hit, giving you time to recover, get back in the fight, and avoid capture. Think about it. It makes sense, right? Okay, good. I'm happy you're on board with this fleet idea. You know that the first time that we... Oh, right. Yeah, we've not really been introduced yet, have we? Let's rectify that. Like I said before, my name's Torin.
Nigga, you a
Just
time
Torin.
traveler, nigga?
I guess you could say I'm
You a
a
Starborn?
traveler. Yeah, I travel the stars. Here and there, and sometimes back again. And it's likely
Definitely
during those
Star.
travels I got the attention of Watchtower. And been trying to shake him off ever since. Think nothing of it. Just doing what's right. Okay then, if we're going to make this fleet idea work, it's about time we get a move on, before Watchtower catches us with our pants down. Proactive. I like it. All right,
fleet buddy.
here's how we're going to pull this fleet thing off. First, we need some hardware. Equipment, especially designed to handle this sort of thing. Had a pal look into it, and he figured out what we'll need. A Model 2 Fleet Sync control node. And he knows where we can find one, too. But the problem is, control node's not easily accessible. It's stored away in an old facility with no simple way in. But I got a solution for that. Here, catch! That is our solution. You ever hear about the orbital drops the UC and Freestar Collective did during the Colony War? Basically, troops planetside would toss down a flare, like the one I just gave you. It would mark a spot, and then depending on what the flare signaled, ships in orbit would fire down whatever was requested. Emergency backup, supplies, or sometimes just a good old airstrike. Or orbit strike, I guess. They called them skydrops. Very versatile, very useful, and now very illegal. Forbidden by the armistice. At least, for the military. But we're not military. I got a skydrop system rigged up to my ship, and that's what we're going to use to get into that facility and grab the hardware we need. Well, no, not technically. However, it's one thing to have other ships just follow you around, but we need more than that. We need coordination. If Watchtower disables your ship, the fleet needs to notice this and react straight away to protect you. That's the whole point of this. And tell me, have you ever actually tried to coordinate multiple vessels in the middle of battle all at the same time? It's not easy, trust me. That's why we need this control node. Otherwise, none of this is going to work. Ah, come on, I don't want to ruin the surprise. That's half the fun. Before revealing the specifics, I'll let your imagination run wild just a little while longer. That's what I like to hear. Time to get moving. Jump in your ship and meet me outside. Hail me when you're ready and we'll plot a course. I'm glad we're doing this. You and me. We'll show Watchtower they picked the wrong people to mess with. This time.
Just me just following me everywhere.
Hey, good to see you.
That's Cora on my ship.
You're looking well.
Supposed to attack me, knocked all my shit over. Did y'all mute yourselves?
I did mute myself while she was crying. Now she's sitting in her chair making all kinds of crazy noises, hiccuping.
jumping to Eridani 3 in the Eridani system. Once we're there, we can get things started. You good to go?
Fire.
Guys, you guys voted on the time limit, which you guys would like the videos, how long you want them to be, and you guys said 30 minutes, so we're gonna keep the video short. When you get back, we're gonna be like Eridani, I think he said 3. But that's all, folks. Thanks for watching. And I would like for you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. And you have a good day.